And before we give you the starting lineups, those games that we talked about, brought to you by McDonald's, I'm loving it. That's the games that will be coming up in the Sweet 16. Of course, the boys' state tournament starts on Wednesday of this week. Bowling Green, the 4th region winner, will take on University Heights Wednesday afternoon at 1 o'clock Central Time in Rupp Arena. Bowling Green Fireplace and Grill, home of the Big Green Egg. Get started grilling out early this year. Visit bowlinggreenfireplace.com or come by the showroom across the bridge on River Street, bowlinggreenfireplace.com. Bowling Green Lady Purples under 4th-year head coach Calvin Head. Assistant coaches are Dwayne Murray, Chloe Elam, Whitney Creech, Brittany Vaughn, and Paul Campbell. They'll start Meadow Tisdale, a 5'11 sophomore, averaging 14.5 points and 10 rebounds. She was named to the first team All-Region. Lynn Kayla James, a 5'11 junior, 16.5 points, 9.5 rebounds a game. She was named to the first team, also was named Player of the Year by the coaches in the 4th region. Ava Bennett, a 5'2 sophomore, averages 7. Kaya Gray, 5' senior, averages 5.5. And Tanea Bailey, a 5'8 sophomore, averaging 10.3 points a game. Piper Lindsay, her 6th season at Barren County, named the 4th region KABC Coach of the Year. Her assistant coaching staff, Scott Chapman, Chad Withrow, and Brent Spillman. Katie Murphy, a 5'6 freshman, averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds. She's averaged almost 10 points in postseason play. Raven Ennis, 5'10 junior, 16.7 points, 6.5 rebounds. She's averaged about a little over 17 points in postseason. Emma Hughes, a 5'6 senior, averaging 6 points and 4 rebounds. She's upped her point average to almost 8.5 points in postseason tournament play. Addison London, a 5'8 junior, averages 6. Abby Varney, a 5'5 freshman, averaging 7.2 points on the season, but has upped her scoring average to 10.5 points a game in postseason tournament play. We'll have the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial first half coming up. The officials out of Region 5, sponsored by Independent Paintless Dent Repair, your official dent repair service in Bowling Green. Skip the high deductible and let Trez Terry repair your car with paintless dent removal. Visit IndependentDents.com. And the officials for today's championship game are Chris Bumps, Anthony Childress, and Dooley Mattingly.
Well, about 35 seconds away from getting this one going, and we know how the earlier matchup turned out for our side. We hope it matches the same. Bowling Green has lost to 6 in region contention or already won the region, so they played a tough schedule. Their record's a little deceiving at 10 losses, and one of those obviously came to Barren County. I think a lot of things have to go right for us today. We have to handle their ball pressure. They don't really pressure you in full court, but they really pressure you when you get the ball. Yeah. And one of the things we have to do is make open shots. If Emma can make some open shots today, that pulls James out a little bit, opens some things up, and really gives us some confidence early.
Yep. First quarter of action tonight or this afternoon brought to you by First Step Prosthetics, 31W Bypass next to Computerland. Danny Harding and Jeremy Harris have been serving this area for over a decade. Ask your doctor to refer you to the best. Barren County across the way to our left. Been in the same uniforms the entire regional tournament, as they'll be in white with Trojanetts across the front of the jerseys. Barren County definitely has the crowd support this afternoon over Bowling Green. And Barren County's bench across the way to our left, with white uniforms, burgundy numbers outlined in gold, and the Bowling Green Lady Purples across the way to our right. They'll be in black uniforms this afternoon with purple numbers and letters outlined in old gold.
We have definitely won the student section battle about 75-0.
That's right. It is 0. Bowling Green has no students in their student section. And Barren County student section to our left behind the goal.
I think our crowd outnumbered.
Spread out.
Yeah. About 2-1, I would say, Barren County crowd advantage. So
Bowling Green's been number 1 in the region most of the year. Barren County started with a number 1 ranking, and then Bowling Green took over the number 1 spot. Barren County's been number 2 in the region most of the season. Of course, the winner of this game will go to the Sweet 16 next week. Not next week. Well, it'll be next week. It'll be a week from Wednesday at Rupp Arena in Lexington. And they will take on the winner of Region 10, which we just mentioned. And the semifinals are to be played tomorrow night with Clark County, Bishop Brossart, Scott, and Montgomery County. And let's see, who won the coin toss? I believe Bowling Green did?
Yes, Bowling Green's ball.
Okay. So we're just about set to go. Piper Lindsay in the huddle with her starting 5. Now they break the huddle. And we're ready to go here from Diddle Arena. Championship day of the 4th region tournament. 3rd year in a row these two teams have met for the title. And it'll be Bailey to toss it in for the Lady Purples. And here we go. Ball comes into Gray. See what kind of defense the Trojanetts are going to throw at Bowling Green here. Right side it goes to Bailey. They're looking for James inside. They feed it to her. She's double teamed now. And threw it back out to Gray. Top of the key 3. Rims out. Ball hits the floor. Taken by Emma Hughes.
Good opening possession. Got the rebound. Textbook block.
Murphy fires it down to Varney. Puts it up and in.
And looked ahead to throw the assist for 2-0 lead for the Trojanetts.
As the ball comes into Gray, she races down the court with it for the Lady Purple. She's going to drive. She'll feed it off in the right corner to Bennett. Out it comes to Tisdale. Left side Bailey. Little head fake. Pulls up with an 8-foot jumper. No. Missed it badly. Murphy with a basketball for the Trojanetts. Ahead up to Ennis on the left side. Crossover move. Trying to spin back. Had it knocked away. And Tisdale comes up with it for Bowling Green. Ahead up to Gray on the left side. Gray. Now we'll set things up for the Lady Purples. About a minute gone here in the first quarter. Barren County leads it 2-0. Right side it goes to Tisdale. They feed it down. It skipped off the hand of James and also for Varney. Picked up by London. She's in a trap though. Gets rid of it to Varney as Varney brings it down the floor and now holds up and gives it to London. London sends it back out to Katie Murphy. Calling the play out there. As Gray comes out to pick her up. Right side it goes to Varney. Got Hughes open in the corner. Back out it comes to London. They swing it around to Murphy on the left wing. Feeds it down low. In there to Varney. Trying to go across. It's taken away from her. James comes up with the basketball. Gives to Gray. As Gray brings it in front court. Gets rid of it to Tisdale. Tisdale, the top of the circle. Gives it back over the left side to Gray. Back out to James. They feed it inside there to Tisdale. Goes up around Ennis and puts it in. Ties it at 2. 6:07 to play here in the first quarter. Murphy with the basketball for the Trojanetts into the front court against Gray. And there's Hughes at the left elbow setting the screen, driving. Kicks it off to London on the left wing. She'll circle around. Goes to the right side of the floor. Gets rid of it to Varney. Now Varney putting down the dribble, circling off to the left. Dribbling it off her foot. Chased it down though. Gives it off to Murphy. And she had a little trouble with it, but gives it to Varney on the baseline. Trying to go up with the shot. It's blocked. Got it back, though. Tisdale reaches in and ties it up. Barren will get the ball underneath their basket.
You got to know it's going to be very tough to get inside. James is pretty much patrolling the paint, and Tisdale has the length as well to block her shot.
And Ennis will toss it in for the Trojanetts. On the left side of the hoop. Sends it out to Murphy, back to Ennis. Turns, wanted to shoot, as got cut off in there by Bailey. Ball got away, but there's Hughes to get it. Gives it back over now to Varney. Back out now it comes to Hughes. She fakes, goes right side over to Varney for 3. Swish!
Nobody's real sure of their handles right now, but we got it in a position to score it with Varney.
And an Oak Tree 3 to start the ball game for Varney. She has all 5 points for the Trojanetts. It is 5-2, Barren County. And in trouble as Bailey fell down. Here's Ennis, feeds it to Varney. She puts it in.
That's an assist from the seat of your pants right there after the steal.
On a Phillips IGA basketball delivery assist. Ball comes into James. It's 7-2, Barren County. 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Bailey with it on the right side. Gives it out to Tisdale. Now Tisdale. Now we'll send it off to Gray. Gray looking out to James. Feeds it down in there to Tisdale. And the crowd throws it up short. Rebound comes off to London. Hands it off to Ennis.
Good help there by Varney.
Ennis driving on the left side. Goes to the basket. Shot blocked by Tisdale. And taken by Bennett. She'll give it off to Tisdale. Back to the left side it comes to Gray.
Got to go into their body. Make them call a foul. Otherwise, they're going to block your shot.
Now Gray angling off to the right side for the Lady Purples. Out top it comes to Bennett. They feed it down in there to James, and she puts it in.
Emma doing all she can. She's giving away several inches and size.
7-4. Barren County with a 3-point lead. Hughes lost the handle, but got rid of it. And a give and go down to Murphy. Had it blocked out of bounds.
We got a foul over here on the side. That's the right call as she came over both of her hands as she was trying to lay it in from the left side.
And it's on Kaya Gray, her first personal, number 1 on the Lady Purples. Sends Barren County's Katie Murphy to the free throw line, a 68% foul shooter on the year. And here's Murphy's first of 2 on the way. Good. 8-4, Trojanetts, as Bailey checks out, and the other Bailey checks in. That's Janiyah Bailey, a 5'8" freshman. 8-4, Trojanetts, as Murphy fires the second shot on the way. Good. 9-4, Barren County. Full court pressure. Ball almost knocked away by Hughes from behind. They try to go to James. Now they feed it up court to Gray. Gray driving, leaves in the corner with Bennett. Bennett now cut off. Back out to James. Over goes to Bailey. Bailey works it down in the paint. Throws up the shot. It is good.
Good recovery, but she made a nice drive to get the 2.
That was a Bearded Eagle barbershop cut to the basket. Life is better with a cold one and a fresh haircut. Visit the Bearded Eagle Gentlemen's Barber Club, 6115 Scottsville Road. See Chad and you'll be glad you did. Trojanetts 9, Bowling Green 6. Here's Varney, top of the key against Bailey. She wants to drive, cut off, trying to backtrack in. Goes to the basket, puts it up and in.
Not sure how she got around, but she got the first step and never gave it back.
11-6, Barren County. Here's a pass down to Bennett. Steps back and shoots the 3. It is no good. An air ball chased down by Tisdale in the right corner. As Hughes tried to go for it, they go into James, and it's knocked out of bounds as Varney went sailing.
Yeah.
And it'll stay with Bowling Green underneath their basket.
It went off our foot before he could call a charge. That was a good job standing in there, and she definitely pushed off, but the action was negated by the ball already being out of bounds.
Emma Husky, a 5'3" junior, is checked into the Bowling Green lineup for Ava Bennett. As they look to inbound, they get it into Tisdale. Double team, shot goes up, no good, but a foul.
Perfect defense. If you don't bring your arm down, just leave it, go straight up, make her make a shot, and if she does, you go back and try to score.
It's Raven Ennis, her first, Trojanetts' first team foul with 3:14 to go here in the first quarter. Tisdale at the line, a 58% foul shooter of the year. She gets 2 shots. The first one is on the way, and it's good. 11-7, Barren County. 3:14 left to play. First quarter. As Tisdale back up at the charity stripe for his second free throw shot. It's on the way, and it rims off. And ball comes off to Ennis.
Good block out again.
Ennis, front court, fires it down the left corner. It's London as she brings it out against Bailey. Picked it up, give it off to Murphy. Working around to the left side, bounce pass underneath, broke it up in there. Bailey, and then Murphy tried to reach from behind. Is going to be called for the foul, her first and the team's second.
I thought the ball might have been kicked there, but they let it play on.
And Bennett will inbound the ball. Barren County pressure defense in the backcourt. Bailey's in a trap, and she'll throw it up court. Picked off by Hughes. Got in front of Tisdale. Goes to Varney. Varney now spins, lost the handle, had to get rid of it. Goes in the corner. Here's Murphy up the baseline. Puts it up, shot it over the rim. Got her on rebound. Throws it back to London. She'll fire it up for 3. It is in and out. Rebound to Hughes. Hughes back in there to Ennis. There's a reach in on Tisdale. And that's going to be her first and the team's second.
Thought Emma could have went back up, but she wanted to be sure with that length around her that we got a good look.
And now Janiyah Bailey comes back in for Janiyah Bailey for Bowling Green. 2:34 left to go here in the first quarter. Barren County 11, Bowling Green 7. It comes into Hughes. Gives it on the baseline. Murphy throws it up. It's short. James gets the rebound. Here comes Gray. Ahead on the right side. Tisdale against Ennis. Trying to cut her off at the baseline. And puts up the shot. It goes in and a foul.
It's a big foul.
That's 2 on Raven Ennis. 3 on the Trojanetts here in the first half. And so she'll have to check out. And in for Raven Ennis is Katie Elmore, a 5'6" 8th grader.
A chance to tie it up here at the line. My stream's a little slow and off today, so I can't see many replays, but I was going to see how much contact that was.
And Tisdale misses the free throw, and we got a foul over the back. And it's on Gray.
Yeah.
That's 2 on Gray.
Bowling Green was clapping like it was on us, and I was like, no way. That was a great rebound by Elmore.
Yeah. And so Gray will check out for Bowling Green with those 2 fouls. And in for her is Peyton Briley, a 5'2" junior.
Very good three-point shooter.
Barren County with a 2-point lead, 11-9 with 2:15 to play here in the first. Here's Varney out top to Hughes, swings it left over to Murphy. Murphy back to Hughes, out top with it, bounce pass right side over to Elmore. Elmore looking, bounces it out to Varney. Now Varney goes back to Elmore, throws it in the corner to London. Now London comes back out, reversing back right. Now going to have to do something with it. Hands it off there to Murphy. Murphy, bounce pass left side over to Hughes. Fakes, drives in, throws up the shot. It's too strong off the glass.
That's not her shot. No. She's got to get set after the ball fake.
And here's Husky with it in front court for Bowling Green with 1:40 to play in the first quarter. Husky on the right side over to Tisdale. Tisdale fires it out now to Briley. They give it back to Husky. They feed it down in there to James, and she puts it in. Ties it up at 11 with 1:24 to play here in the first quarter. Murphy with the basketball for the Trojanetts. Goes left side with it to Elmore. Elmore down to the corner to Hughes on the left-hand side. Out it comes to Varney. Wanted to shoot the three. Came off her tippy toe. Shot rejected, though. Here's Hughes. Gives it back in the corner to Elmore. Elmore fires it back out to Varney. Varney with 1 minute to play here in the quarter. Gets cut off by Tisdale. Murphy throws it back to Elmore. She wants to drive. Goes down the lane. Flips it up and in.
Good take. We got around. We pulled their two bigs a little bit. She split right down the middle of them.
That's a Bernardino Barbershop clean cut to the basket for Elmore. 13-11 Trojanetts. 47 seconds to play here in the first quarter. They fire it down in there to James, and she puts it in.
Now we got to get back. You got to sprint back. If they beat that initial wave, you don't get a trap. You got to sprint back because James is on the backside.
Yeah, 36 seconds to play here in the first. We're tied at 13. Hughes top of the circle. Right side is Varney. Varney putting down the dribble. Goes into the key. Now turns. Tisdale guarding her. Giving it back out to London. Now here's Elmore with it top of the circle. Over the left side to Hughes. One dribble. Now throws it back across over to Varney. With 18 seconds left to play here in the quarter. Varney. Still on the dribble as Tisdale comes up and then backs off a little bit. Going to the right side, lost the handle, goes in the corner. It's picked off by Bailey. Then she loses it back to Varney. Then they reach in and tie it up with 3.2 seconds left. It's going to be Bowling Green's basketball. And they're going to bring Katie Geralds in to replace Abby Varney for Barren County. And going to bring Paris Wardlow in the Bowling Green lineup for Linkayla James.
It's only 3 seconds. You want to defend just a little bit, make it hard for him to get on the floor.
Yep. And the ball almost knocked away from the high. Here's Tisdale throwing up a launch. It is no good. That's the end of the first quarter, and we are tied 13-13 after one here at Diddle Arena. Back with the second quarter in a moment on the Don Franklin Glasgow 4th Region Tournament, brought to you by Sky CTC on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Thinking a delicious ribeye steak cut to perfection by the butchers at Phillips IGA sounds great for supper, and could also pick up some fresh ground beef for burgers this week.
That does sound delicious. While you're visiting the butcher shop, I'll check out their new and revamped produce department. I'm always sure to find the best selection of fruits and veggies. I love shopping Phillips IGA. I feel we always get the best service and quality products.
Phillips IGA and Butcher Shop in Hinesville. Shop online at phillipsiga.com and choose curbside pickup or local delivery.
Health starts at home. That's why Northern Kentucky University offers degrees in high-demand health fields for this region, like nursing, radiology, and health communication. NKU transforms how tomorrow's healthcare professionals train with state-of-the-art technology in an ever-evolving learning center. Whether you serve your community or serve the world, the choice to follow that passion starts at home. Find out more about how NKU changes healthcare at nku.edu. Northern Kentucky University. You belong here.
You're listening to Don Franklin Glasgow 4th Region Basketball Tournament presented by South Central Kentucky Community and Technical.
Back here at Diddle Arena, Jay Turner with Robert Bauer. Barren County's basketball. We're tied at 13 as we enter quarter number 2 of this 4th Region Championship game. Katie Murphy will be guarded out there by Husky. Drives left side, leaves it off there with Hughes. And now Hughes putting down the dribble, gives it back to Varney. Out top is Katie Geralds. Geralds going left, bounces it off now to Hughes. They give it off the right side now to Elmore. Down the corner goes to Varney. Varney with a spin move, trying to go to the basket. Puts up too strong against the window.
Lost her balance as she tried to cut. They've got James on the bench right now giving her a break.
Here's Bailey with the basketball out front for the Lady Purples. Husky with it now. Husky on the dribble. 13-13, 7:25 to go in the first half. Bailey with a basketball down the corner. Here's a three-point shot. It's no good. Ball tapped out by Tisdale, but caught by Elmore, and the Trojanetts have it going the other way. Here's Katie Murphy with a crossover dribble. Gets bumped, throws it out to Hughes for the long shot. It is coming off the rim, and loose ball to the floor, picked up by Bowling Green's Bennett. Husky into the front court with it for the Lady Purples. Right side, Bailey. Bailey drives in, throws up the shot, banked it in. Today at Bailey with the Bank of Edmonson County bank shot to give Bowling Green a 15-13 lead.
They're shooting the ball over 50%. They were 60% in the first quarter because they're getting a lot of layups and easy looks.
And here's Hughes, gives it out to Katie Geralds. Geralds bounce pass back to Hughes. Hughes will bring it back out front. She's guarded by Bennett. Here's a ball knocked away by Bailey and out of bounds. It'll go back to Barren County with 6:31 to play here in the first half. The second quarter brought to you by Regina Webb Academy. Looking for a second chance at a career. Never too late to become a cosmetologist. Financial aid available if you qualify. Visit Regina Webb Academy for more information.
You got to meet those passes because they're going to shoot the passing lanes and get turnovers.
And here's Elmore with it. Looking for Varney. Now Varney wants to drive baseline against Tisdale. She cuts her off. Gives to Hughes. Right side, Katie Gerald shoots over James. Got it from 15.
You got to make those shots.
And we're tied at 15. Here comes Bailey. And has it stripped away and stolen by Elmore. Elmore, 2-on-2 break. Throws it behind her. Murphy with a long three that's way off the mark. And rebound comes off to Bailey. Janiah Bailey for Bowling Green. Breaks to the middle of the floor and goes to the basket. Throws up the shot. Missed it. Rebound put back up. No good. James throws it back up. No good, but we got a foul.
Offensive rebounds there killed us. They got 3 looks at it, and James will go to the free throw line.
Foul on Katie Elmore, her first. That's 4 on the Trojanetts here in the first half. And it's Lenkayla James, a 63% foul shooter at the line for Bowling Green. Scored 6 of Bowling Green's 13 in the first period. And her first shot goes up, and it's good.
She was 3 for 3 in that first period. She caught it point-blank range on all 3 of them.
16-15, Bowling Green back on top by 1.
They're putting Gray back in with 2 fouls. They don't adhere to that 2. You set the rest of the first half rule.
And James back of the line for her second free throw shot. It's on the way, and it spins in. She has 8. Bowling Green with a 2-point lead. 17-15 with 5:50 to go in the first half. Katie Murphy with the basketball. Left side bounce pass to Katie Elmore. Circling around to the right side against Gray. Now here's Varney with it. Oh, bad pass. It's going to go out of bounds.
The 2 of them didn't communicate very well right there, and the Bowling Green's pressure defense is what we've got to handle. That it's not full court pressure like we apply. It's just hard, tough ball pressure.
Barren County has 2 freshmen and 2 8th graders on the floor right now with Emma Hughes. Here's Husky, right side over to Gray on the wing. Gray back out front to Husky.
Bowling Green confused offensively what they're doing.
And it is Janiah Bailey getting the screen from James. Bounce pass back to Husky. Swings it over the left side. It's Gray for 3. No good. Ball tipped out and caught by Murphy.
Tisdale had great position, just couldn't corral it.
Right side is Katie Elmore. Trying to go around her defender. Leaves it off with Varney on the baseline. Varney now circling around. Can't shoot. Had Tisdale off her feet there with the head fake, but didn't get the shot off. Now Varney has it back out front against Tisdale. Right side it goes to Elmore. Down the corner to Hughes and back around the perimeter. Comes out to Katie Geralds. Bounce pass left to Varney. Varney circling around, trying to spin move, backtrack in, up and under, can't go. Here's Hughes back over to Elmore, fires it over James. It is no good. Came off the rim. Tisdale up court to Gray. Gray wants to drive with it. Had it knocked away from behind and out of bounds. So going to go to Barren County. Last touched by the Lady Purples.
Good job not giving up. Gray gets open in that really open court. She's trying to go to the bucket. We back tapped her and it went off her knee.
And so now they've got the other Bailey that came back in. That's Tanea Bailey. Right side is Geralds. Bounces it out to Varney. Going to fire up a 3-point shot. No. Ball hits the floor, taken by Bennett.
Thought we were going to run that down. We're a little complacent on offense right now, just shooting up wild shots.
4:06 to play here in the first half. It's a 2-point ball game. Bowling Green 17, Barren County 15. In the corner is Bennett. They give it out to Bailey. Bailey fires it in there to James. Posted down low. Offensive foul on James.
Probably the only way we can defend is when she turns and squares, we take it right in the chest. Katie Geralds did that. Maybe sell it a little bit more next time and fall down.
So Barren County will have the basketball, trailing by 2 with 3:53 to play here in the first half. As Katie Elmore has the basketball for Barren. Crossover to the left. Gray trying to stay with her. Gives it off to Murphy. Gray defending her. Goes right side with it to Varney. Varney circling around to the left side, trying to get around James. Goes to the layup, puts it in.
She did. She got a step around her, drew James out, and our second bucket of the quarter to tie it back up at 17 apiece.
9 points for Abby Varney. She has 9 to Barren County 17 with 3:25 to play here in the first half. Gray with it out front. Left side, it comes to Bennett. They throw it across in there to Tisdale. They kick it back out, and it's Bailey for 3. It is off the mark. James with the offensive board, trying to go back up and puts it in.
We're going to give up some offensive rebounds. We just can't give up a ton. We only gave up 1 in the first quarter.
And James now with 10 at Bowling Green's 19. 3 minutes to play. First half, 19-17 Bowling Green. Elmore hands it off to Varney. Varney trying to spin back right. Shoots over James, has it blocked on her. And it's saved on the end line by Bennett. Here comes Bailey with it for Bowling Green, pushing it down the floor. Bailey has it swiped away from behind by Murphy and out of bounds.
Good hustle there by Katie. Otherwise, it was a one-on-one.
2:43 to go here in the first half. Bowling Green 19, Barren County 17. And Bailey gets the ball in the corner. Bennett wide open for the 3. No good. And rebound to Varney for the Trojanetts. As Bennett tried to stay with her in the backcourt. Varney gets it across the line, goes over to Murphy. Murphy feeds it to baseline. Here's Gerald's putting up the shot. In and out.
She had a driving lane, and nobody went to pick her up.
James off to Gray. Gray into the front court, sends it off the left side to Bennett. Bennett back out now to Gray with 2:18 to play in the first half.
I think Bowling Green's the tired team right now, and they have a home court that has that 10 extra feet, so they should be used to it.
Here's Tisdale, left side over to Bailey. Bailey in the corner. Here's Bennett. 3-pointer is coming off. Rebound, James back up and in. Just towered over.
Yeah, Emma's got to push a little bit harder.
Bowling Green's largest lead at 4. Just under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. It's 21-17. Varney with it. Varney putting down the dribble against Tisdale. Left side it goes to Geralds. Now Geralds with a crossover against James. Going to the basket. Puts it up and in.
Strong move. A couple 8th graders getting some buckets for us. Timeout. Trojanetts.
And it'll be a full timeout with 1:40 to go here in the first half, with Bowling Green leading by 2, 21-19. This is the Southern Lanes Bowling Alley timeout. Bowling Green's Fun Center awaits. Enjoy laser tag, bumper cars, arcade, bar, snack bar, billiards, and of course bowling. Great place for parties. Ask about the $99 birthday special at Southern Lanes.
Overall, I like our game plan. We're getting some open looks, and we need to continue to attack like we did there. You get a step around James if she's out on the perimeter. That step is all you need to get to the bucket and just finish strong. Finish strong is what we need to do in this quarter, too. 1:40 left, down 2. Bowling Green's basketball out of the timeout. I think this is a rest timeout. Abby Varney has played, I think, the whole game. Abby usually gets into the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter break, and she's not gotten that tonight. I think this is a timeout just for those kids because we played the same 5 kids pretty much the whole game. Katie Elmore came in after Raven Ennis picked up that second foul, and we've rolled with this lineup since.
Abby Varney has 11 of Barren County's 19 points here in the first half. Katie Geralds has come off the bench and scored a couple of buckets. Katie Elmore with a field goal as well. Katie Murphy has a couple of free throw tosses. Raven Ennis has been on the bench with 2 fouls most of the first half and has not scored.
She played 6 minutes in the first quarter, and that's when she got her foul. So the rest of it, she's been on the bench.
Comes left side over to Bailey. Bailey comes off the screen. She drives it down to the paint. Lost the handle. Loose ball to the lane. Ball skips out, and Tisdale comes out of there with it. They give it off to Gray on the baseline, and it comes back off to Husky. They kick it back out now to Bailey. That's Janiah Bailey with 1:17 to go in the first half.
Again, they don't have James out there, so we don't have to deal with that offensive option, but they've got plenty of others.
And Husky with it on the right side over to Gray. Goes down in the corner to Bailey. She goes baseline, throws up the jumper. It is no good. Rebound comes off to Varney.
Minute left in the half.
Varney into the front court with 57 seconds. The Trojanetts down by 2. Murphy with the basketball over to Varney on the right wing. Now Varney looking for Gerald's, can't get it to her. Comes back out to Elmore. Now Elmore looking for Murphy, trying to get, and then Gerald's falls down, but Elmore's got it out front against Gray. Gray playing with 2 fouls. Ooh, goes over to Gerald's on the left side. Guarded out there by Bailey. Gives it off to Elmore. 30 seconds to go in the half. Elmore switching back left, going in for the basket. Gray took it away from her, but fell down. Goes out of bounds with 25 seconds to play. Barren County will keep it underneath their hoop.
If we don't get a quick hitter on this inbounds play, I want to pull it out and hold it for the last 25 seconds.
And Katie Murphy right of the bucket will toss it in. Looking, still looking, sends it out front to Varney. Now Varney, back to Murphy. Got Husky on her. They go down to the corner to Emma Hughes. Hughes circles it back out with 15 seconds to play. Comes off to Murphy with 12 seconds left in the half. Murphy trying to make a move on Husky. Off a double screen right. And the ball knocked away, but comes right back to Murphy. Gives to Hughes. Fires up the shot. It's no good. Rebound to Bailey. And that'll do it for the first half. And it is a 21-19 Bowling Green lead here at the break. Let's go to Brian Webb, who has Coach Calvin Head.
Thank you, Jay. Coach Calvin Head, first half was exciting, man. What a game.
It's a great game, great atmosphere. 2 really good teams going at it. We've got to clean some stuff up defensively and offensively, but looking forward to a great second half.
You heard it right there. We'll be back. We'll get Piper after the break here when they come out, Jay. Brought to you by Culver's Butter Burgers. Coaches interviews all week long. What a tournament, and what a way to finish it up with this matchup, man. This has been nothing less than exciting, Jay. You got to love the call.
That's right. 21-19, Bowling Green here at the break over Barren County. We'll come back with a halftime report in a moment. Brought to you by Farm Bureau Barren County agents Eric Spain-Howard and Josh Harden on the Don Franklin Glasgow 4th Region Tournament. Brought to you by Sky Sea.